Militia. We've spent 20 episodes talking about the tangible. We've talked about the steel you can touch, the dirt you can move, and the safety rules you can read. But today, I want to talk about the invisible. I want to talk about that strange, haunting, and undeniable feeling you get when you've been in a craft long enough. Some call it knack, some call it instinct, but I call it the ghost in the machine. It is that moment when your soul connects so deeply with your tools and your environment that you stop working and start sensing. This is the highest level of the working militia. This is where the veteran separates themselves from the amateur. It's the ability to hear a problem before it happens and feel a danger before it strikes. If you want to be more than just a pair of hands, you have to learn to listen to the ghost. Think about the last time you were operating a rig or standing near a running engine. To a civilian, it's just noise, a chaotic roar of metal and combustion. But to you, to the warrior who has spent 10,000 hours in the arena, that noise is a symphony. You can hear the one instrument that's out of tune. You can hear that slight, high-pitched whine in a hydraulic pump that tells you a seal is about to give way. You can feel a vibration in the floorboards of a crane that tells you the ground is softening under the outriggers, even if the level says you're still true. That isn't magic. It's the result of a mind that has become one with the mission. The ghost in the machine is the accumulated wisdom of every mistake you've ever made, whispering to you in the present moment. It's your subconscious mind protecting your perimeter. I remember a foreman I had back in the late 80s, a man named Sully. We were setting a massive HVAC unit on top of a hospital. Everything was by the book. The rigging was inspected, the weight was calculated, and the weather was clear. As the unit cleared the edge of the roof, the whole crew was focused on the signals. But Sully just stopped. He put his hand on the cable, closed his eyes for 2 seconds, and then screamed, "Set it down, now!" We thought he was crazy. We set it back on the roof, and 3 seconds later, the main hoist motor on the crane seized up. If that unit had been 10 feet further out, it would have dropped through 3 floors of a recovery ward. I asked him later how he knew. He just looked at his hand and said, "The cable didn't feel happy. It was singing a note it wasn't supposed to sing." Sully was tuned into the ghost. He wasn't looking at a gauge. He was listening to the soul of the machine. This sense applies to people just as much as it does to iron. Have you ever walked onto a site and felt the temperature of the crew? You can tell when the tension is too high. You can tell when a brother or sister is off their game, even if they're smiling. The ghost tells you when the atmosphere is ripe for an accident. In the working militia, we don't ignore these gut feelings. We don't call them superstition. We call them advanced reconnaissance. Your intuition is a survival tool that has been refined by the history of our species. When your gut tells you to double-check that lockout/tagout, you do it. When your instinct tells you that the person on the other end of the radio sounds distracted, you pause the lift. We respect the unseen forces because we know they are the difference between a successful hunt and a catastrophic failure. To the women of the militia, you often have a direct line to this intuition that the men try to suppress. The world has told us to be logical and analytical to the point where we ignore our own internal alarms. Don't fall for that trap. Your sixth sense is one of your greatest tactical advantages on a job site. If you feel a shiver about a certain procedure, speak up. Your intuition might be the lead shield that protects the whole crew. To the men, stop thinking that feel is for poets. Every master craftsman who ever lived, from the blacksmiths of old to the nuclear techs of today, operated by feel. You have to develop a relationship with your tools. You have to care enough about the work that the work starts talking back to you. Developing the ghost in the machine requires presence. You can't hear the machine if your head is filled with the clutter we talked about in episode 16. You can't sense the danger if you're distracted by your phone or your ego. You have to be in the zone. You have to achieve that state of flow where the wrench feels like an extension of your arm and the blueprint is burned into your retinas. When you achieve that level of presence, the work stops being a grind and starts being a dance. You move with a grace and a speed that baffles the observers. You are no longer fighting the materials, you are guiding them. This is the different path I'm calling you to today. Stop just doing the job. Start feeling it. Pay attention to the smells, the scent of overheating electrical insulation, the smell of a brewing storm, the scent of a hydraulic leak. Pay attention to the vibrations. Pay attention to the mood of the site. The ghost is always talking, Militia. The question is, are you quiet enough to hear it? When you master the intuition, you become a master of the craft. You become the one they call when the logic fails and the manuals don't have the answer. You become the ghost in the machine yourself. Tonight, when you're cleaning your tools or sitting in your truck, think about the times your gut was right. Honor that inner voice. It is the legacy of the working militia speaking through you. It is the electrician's code and the warrior's spirit merging into one. Stay tuned, stay sensitive, stay lethal in your precision. The machine is alive and it's waiting for you to lead. Stand deep, stand quiet, and stand ready. The ghost has your back